I was just sitting here eating a muffin, and I thought, if I were going to take over a country, what would I do? First, I'd have to have somebody help me. So I'd get like an ally, and it would be one of the country's enemies, and I'd say, look, I'm going to sell out my country if you let me have some business interests in your country after my country's sold out. And here's what you got to do. You got to get a bunch of internet trolls out there, and they have to create a lot of dissension in my country amongst all the users of social media. You have to float a lot of weird conspiracy theories about how the opposing party is like devils with horns. Okay? So now you've got this ally in another country. Then, every chance you get, you speak out in every forum you possibly can, and you lie every time, and you make up crap that's going to get people fighting with each other. For instance, if there were racial problems in the country, I would start making vicious remarks about one race or the other, and then let them start fighting it out, because all of those old fears and resentments from generations can come out. And while they're all fighting like that, then you just let natural selection take place by allowing a disease to come into the country and start killing off people. So now, while they're fighting about their racism, they're dying. And you'll notice that most of the people of color are dying faster than the white people are. Oh, and this is going to make them all just get along so much better, isn't it? While this is happening, all the businesses have to shut down because no one wants to die. And then you get everybody to have to stand far enough away from each other that they can't talk to each other and make plans on how to get rid of you, because they're all busy trying to not die. And now they're also busy trying to not starve to death or get thrown out of their housing because they don't have jobs. Then you have the relief package that you say you're giving them be almost enough for just a few weeks, and you make sure it doesn't get there on time, so now they're really desperate. Now nobody has time to criticize you because they're all trying to make sure that their bellies are full and they're not in the street. And then, when election time comes around, you find out that most of them like to vote by mailing in their ballots. So what you do is you gut the post office so that the post office can't get the ballots in on time. And you make sure all of the bureaucrats have to follow the rules to the letter. And they can't follow the rules because the rules have changed because you changed them. Then, when people call you names and threaten you, you just lie and threaten back. And you hope with your fingers crossed that there's nobody in the country conscious enough to say, we need to go in there and wrest control away, physically if necessary, from this fool who is fouling our nest with his feces. Of course, this is all hypothetical. Just if I thought about taking over a country, let's say a big, fat, lazy democracy with too much time on its hands and an addiction to entertainment.